Hello guys, it's Teenage Marvel Fan back in another video, and if you're familiar with the comic book movie world, then you may know who Charles Murphy is. He's a trusted inside source. I don't know if he works for Marvel or something, but he always gets he always leaks information about upcoming Marvel movies or Disney Plus shows, and it always turns out to be true. So he's a very trusted source. And just recently, actually, 5 minutes ago at the time of recording this video, he revealed the upcoming release date movie slate for, I think it's 2022 to 2024 or something like that. So here it is. I took a screenshot, and I'm just going to go over it and break everything down. So first of all, Ant-Man 3, February 18th, 2022. Alright, makes sense. This has not been officially confirmed yet by Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige or anybody like that yet, but we do know that they're going to start filming, I believe, the beginning of January 2021. I think that was said about the movie, I think. So that makes sense. Plus, February, I think, is a good time for Ant-Man because it's not making much money in July, and it's not like it's a big movie so they would earn a May release date, but I think February is a good release date for that. So that makes sense. And I think that's definitely possible that it's true. Then we have Black Panther, May 6, 2022. This one has actually been confirmed to us by Marvel Studios at D23 this past year in 2019. They officially confirmed that. Then September, wait, no, that's not September. July 29th, 2022, Captain Marvel 2, but there's a question mark, so I don't know what the question mark means. But I'm just going to pretend that's not there. So Captain Marvel 2 for July in 2022 makes sense because she's one of the faces of the MCU going forward. You know, you got Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, possibly Spider-Man going forward as the faces and the main heroes of the MCU. So she definitely deserves a summer release date. But I don't think the May release date would work for her, because, the first one did good, but it also, with making money, but it also has its haters, so I think that's a good release date for that, and I think that's definitely possible. Then we have October 7th, 2022, so that would make 4 movies in 2022. There's no movie here that was revealed, so it's left up to interpretation with that. But since that's October and it's far enough away, I'm assuming that will be Blade, because Blade was announced at Comic-Con with Mahershala Ali starring as Blade. And so they're definitely going to have time to develop that movie in between now and then. Plus October, Blade is a vampire hunter, so that makes sense for October. It could be a superhero Halloween movie, basically. So I think that would be good for there. Then February 17th, 2023. I have literally no idea about this one. I really... I can't think of any movies that I know of that would be coming that might fit in there, other than possibly a Black Widow sequel or a Shang-Chi sequel or even an Eternals sequel. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But in the comments below, let me know what you think that one is. But then probably the biggest reveal here is May 5th, 2023, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, this is the movie from these that I'm excited for the most, because we've been waiting the longest. We're getting a whole Spider-Man trilogy in between the second and third Guardians movies. So if you think about that, it's kind of sad. But I'll be glad to be getting the Guardians back in 2023, and that year makes sense because, of course, right now James Gunn is working on the Suicide Squad, and he said that he will start working right away on Guardians as soon as he gets done with the Suicide Squad. So I think 2023 would be enough time to get that movie worked out and, get it ready to go. Plus May, I know for a fact that the second movie came out in May because I actually saw that in theaters. I'm not sure about the first one, but it probably did, maybe. Plus Guardians is like a big moneymaker, especially because of Groot. Like he sells the most merchandise out of the Guardians, I'd say, probably. So May is always like the prime movie spot where you put the best movies in your lineup. And I think Guardians 3 is definitely going to be that, because not only are the Guardians a moneymaker, like I said, but it's the end of the trilogy, so they'll be wrapping up the story, so then it's even bigger than the first two movies. Then we have July 28th, 2023. I don't know about this one. Maybe Fantastic Four, possibly. I think this would be a good time for the Fantastic Four because we already know that Marvel Studios is planning on releasing Fantastic Four before they do anything with the X-Men in the MCU. Plus, 2023 is far enough out from now for them to, get everything worked out. And also, it's long enough separation from the last Fantastic Four movie that came out in 2015, so that people will have forgotten about it by then. Most people didn't even see that. So, plus July, another great time for a movie to come out, because summer and like late spring is always like the best time for movies to come out, because that's when like especially like kids or like students are on like vacation, like summer vacation, spring break, all that kind of stuff. So that's the best time to go see movies. So I think Fantastic Four would fit in there. But then we have November 3rd, 2023. This could be, like I mentioned with the February 17th, 2023. This could be either a Shang-Chi sequel, Eternals sequel, Black Widow. I think that this would probably be an Eternals sequel because the first Eternals movie comes out in November, so then why not keep it going with November? There's probably a bunch of other movies that have been announced or rumored that could go here that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head here. But then our final one is a movie that releases sometime in May 2024. Now, it has an emoji with his finger over his mouth, like shushing. So that must be like the top secret thing. So there's only two possibilities for this. One, which I think is the less likely one, is an X-Men movie. I think this is possible for 2024, but I think the other option I came up with is a lot more likely, and that is the next Avengers movie, Avengers 5, the new Avengers, Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, whatever, or Galactus or something, Kang, whatever. So I definitely think this is the next Avengers movie because Marvel Studios wants to separate the Avengers movies. Like, Avengers Endgame was the end of the Avengers. So then, of course, they're going to make more Avengers movies because huge moneymaker. But they want to spread it out in the timeline so that you have time to, form a new team of Avengers. Like I said, the new Avengers. So I definitely think that's what they're going for there. and that way they can focus on smaller projects and just like solo movies or small team up movies before that and lead up to that. So anyway, that is the current MCU timeline that was just leaked by Charles Murphy. Go check him out on Twitter if you want. So yeah.